Hello my loves, Frankie Jay here, and I'm back. First of all, the biggest thank you to everybody who has subscribed since I've been gone for so long. I have now reached over 500 subscribers and I can't actually believe I've done that. So, thank you very much. You guys are legends. Again, thank you. But this video today will be all about the top earning apps that you can use that are quick and easy to set up, and I will be going through each of them as quickly as I can. So grab a snack, grab a coffee, and without further ado, let's get cracking. So top earning app number 1, as it clearly states in that little intro that I made. Well done me. This is called the Love Stream, and this is the one that I personally use, and I will forever use this. So this is actually set up for me, so you will actually see what I've done. So the way to obviously get it set up is launch app, and it brings you up to this. Now this one, obviously, as it clearly states, is personally set up with Allowance. If you don't have Allowance, I can always do another video that is not made for the Allowance toys, but let's be frank, 9 times out of 10, you've got one. So I'm going to assume that you do, so we're going to do this. So the way to obviously set it up is colour, theme, obviously mine's purple. Set up the toy that you want. You've got so many. I personally used the dummy, obviously personal preference. So mine's all set up for the dummy. If you are using 2 toys, as in 2 lushes, or you've got a lush and a dummy, then obviously I would put both. But I personally don't. I only use one because it's a massive faff to set up and I can't be bothered. I've got auto reset goals. You've got tip counter, single goal, and auto reset. So auto reset basically means once you've hit a certain amount, it will go to goal 2, goal 3, goal 4, goal 5, whatever. So automatic, I always put automatic because I can't be bothered. Pure laziness, as you have previously found out in my previous videos, I'm a lazy cow. Goal description, whatever you want. So I put orgasm show at goal 10. And goal tokens is whatever amount that you want. You can put it as tiny as you want or as big as you want. My advice is, if you do it bigger goals, like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever, make sure your actual goal here is very small. So you can have goal 1 is orgasm, goal 2, etc. You catch my drift, etc, etc, whatever. So the smaller the goals, the bigger the amount of goals, if that makes any sense. So if you've got goal tokens of 50 per goal, then obviously stretch out the amount of goals that you've got. That's my advice. So this is just cosmetic, whatever you want. You've got so many things. I personally use the angel because it's a bit of a running joke in my room that I'm an angel. Clearly not. Clearly not. So this is just literally panel whatever. This is entirely up to you. This is what I've set it up to be. Room subject. It says type of toy. I can't be bothered. I normally put yes, I'm from London, because obviously under the British tag you've got people who are claiming to be British and they're clearly not. As you can tell by the state of my accent, I'm British. So I put yes, I'm from London to prove that I'm actually British. But the room subject, you can have whatever the fuck you want. Whatever. Obviously your hashtags. This is how to get you noticed. I have done a video about tags, but if you want me to do an updated version of the video, please let me know in the comments below and I will do it. And then display tokens left for goal. So basically this will clearly say you've got this amount left before goal 1 has been reached. That is it. Enable rotating notices. No, because if you've set up the way that you want, you've got an all-in-one bot that have clearly put your notices in there, so I wouldn't bother with this. And then the enable levels. Now, I personally have this switched off. You can have this switched on. It's entirely up to you. You do you. But for me, I've got them off, mainly because I use OBS when I'm working on Chaturbate. And there's a little box for me in the top left hand corner of my screen. If you're coming in to see me, I've got all my levels on that. So if you've got that using OBS, turn this off, because it clogs up your chat. And if people are watching you, they can clearly see your levels. So this is pointless if you are using the Lovents toolset, I think it's called, with OBS. And then obviously your levels as well. As I've just said, if you're using OBS, you've got it already set up. So you can turn this off. And then all the way down. Again, special levels if you've got the OBS turned on. You don't need this bullshit. Literally, if you've got everything set up via Lovents tool and OBS, you've got everything here. So that is done. So according to the tip Multigold, apparently I've used it before because it's all set up. So I'm sorry, I lied. But this is number 2 of the top earning apps. That is super easy to use. Click on it as normal. So this is how to set this one up. After last goal, default, I have no idea what that means. Hidden shows, I don't do. I need to research this a lot more if you want me to do hidden shows or make a video about hidden shows. Final goal met. Thank you. Do whatever you want. Progression made. Automatic. Lazy bitch. Automatic. Tip highlighter. This is all. That's just cosmetic. Add time to subject. So basically, you can do. You can add times. So like you've got 5 minutes left. If you want to reach boobs, whatever. Allow mods to broadcast commands. So instead of you doing it, you can give the control to your mods. That's what moderators are there for. If you trust your mods as much as I do, give them control. Hide your token ticket haul. So basically this is just hiding the amount that you've made. So if you've made over 1,000, you can hide whatever you want. Change the subject for each tip. I have no idea what that means. Yellow wall. Yellow wall is just basically if somebody tips you one in like a concession. That's it. So hashtags. Obviously hashtags super important. But for this one, you actually need to put the hashtags in front of the tags. Now the Love and Stream that I just previously mentioned, you don't have to. Because obviously I personally use that one near enough. 99.9% of the time apparently. So for this one, hashtags. The other one, you don't. But it should clearly state if you need to use the hashtags or not. Hide grey users. We all know, if you've watched my previous videos, this is quite frankly disgusting. Move on. So this is clearly, I've used this before because of the skull and crossbones. So this is basically your goals. So the previous one, there is no goal description. So I've put obviously orgasm show at goal 10. But this one, you've got token amount 400. So if I hit 400, the boobs come out. If I hit goal 2, which is obviously 700 tokens, that's nakedness. Please bear in mind, it is not 400 and then an extra 300 to make it 700. It is not. So 400 is 400. Goal 2 is 700 on top of that. So that would make it 1,100 tokens. So please bear in mind that when you do these goal amounts, it is not 400 plus whatever to make 700 for you to go and get naked. It is not that at all. So 400 plus 700 plus, obviously you can clearly see orgasm 1 is 1,500. So obviously you total it up. So if somebody says, oh, we've hit 700 tokens, you need to go and get an 8. No. No. So if somebody tips you 400, you get your boobs out, for example. And then if somebody tips you 300 to make it 700, and they say, oh, you need to go get naked. No. You need to hit that goal. So obviously keep an eye on your token balance, which is up in the top right hand corner. And then obviously proceed from there. These are whatever you want. So if you want to do spanks, boobs out for 5 minutes, you can do. There are bots that you can use for timers. I will do videos on that one. The one that I personally use is going to be about 25 minutes long because it's so detailed and so in depth, and I keep putting it off. I've recorded like 10 minutes. Can I be bothered to finish it? No. But that is me. Just make sure that obviously your gold description reflects the amount. So boobs out is obviously cheaper than nakedness, and then orgasm 1, whatever. Obviously me being me, I put fuck it and excuse me. That is basically it. You can do whatever you want, how many goals you want. Please make sure that this is only 8. There are others that will be, I think there's one that is the Dorothy Ultra app. That is another video in itself because there's about a million different options for the tips. This is super easy to use. The Dorothy Ultra app is a mission, and I will do that in a future video. But for obviously today's video, I just wanted to be quick and easy for you to set up. Obviously change it as you wish, but there you go. That is it, and this is done. Now this one I've actually previously mentioned in another video, but another option for you is the gold counter MMB version 2.2, but I just call it gold counter. So obviously click on that. So gold amount is the reoccurring goal. So this is basically for you guys who just want one goal and one goal only. So gold amount, say like for example, you just want to go and get naked and you can't be bothered to do the other things that obviously people expect you to do. Just put in this. Obviously subject, please bear in mind that you actually put your hashtags in this as well. Even though it clearly doesn't state it, do it. Otherwise you won't get noticed. So hashtags go in the subject. Obviously subject is whatever you want, but if you're going to use this one, hashtags goes in there. Colour scheme is colour scheme, whatever. Enter the mods that you trust. You don't need to actually enter your mods because this is pretty damn straightforward and you don't have to do it. The mods don't have to do anything. And now it's the chat when the goal is reached. Obviously yes, but if they are in your room and they are viewing you from normally a PC, it's clearly stated. And then obviously the graphics progress bar style, again, cosmetic. That is basically it. This is the most simplest one I've actually come across. I have used this one in the past, but obviously because I'm more, shall we say, a little bit more experienced, I obviously use other things. But if you want something that is pretty damn straightforward, this is your go-to. So this one is done. So my last option for you lot, I've personally never used before, but this actually looks really super interesting, and it's called competitive goals. So obviously launch app. So basically this is goal wars, where you have 2 goals pinned against each other so people can tip what they want. So basically this means, so if you've got goal 1 is boobs out for 10 minutes versus goal 2, which is naked for 5 minutes. They can tip what one they want you to do at the same time, which is actually really super interesting. And I've never done it before, and I might actually do this. So obviously it clearly states enter your name, any additional text that you wish to add to the room topic, this can be changed. I would put your hashtags in here, into the mods. I've never used this before, but if you want to enter your mods to give level access that they can swap whenever they want, obviously I would recommend it. If not, do it yourself. And then obviously this does come with a timer option, but I've never used this before, so we'll see. I would put leader wins, so if like boobs out for 10 minutes wins, then obviously it wins, and then you can change another goal and do it for so forth and so forth. Display the amount for each side to win. I would put yes, because then obviously they can clearly see how much they've got left to tip, but obviously that's entirely up to you. It says, in my opinion, the game is more fun when the players do not know the exact amount needed. No, it's not fun. They need to know how much it is left. So it makes a lot more sense to me if they can clearly see the total. Right, choose a type in a race. So you got tug of war or goal race. I don't know what tug of war is. I know what goal race is, so do goal race. Enter the amount. So if you want boobs out for 10 minutes, obviously put 500 tokens, and then it will be exactly the same for naked for 5 minutes. I wouldn't put naked for 10, because obviously it's naked for 10. So if you do boobs and then naked, I would half the amount of nakedness that you put for boobs. So if you put boobs out for 20 minutes, I would put naked for 10, because obviously it's more nakedness, if that makes any sense. But obviously you do you. If you want to put the same amount of time, you do you. But for me, I normally half it. And then the first side would be, first side is first goal, so obviously you would put your first goal, and then second goal would be second goal, and then obviously you can choose what colour theme you want for each. And then team settings, I have no idea what this is. If any of you do use this option, please let me know in the comments below what these are, and then I will obviously make an updated version. There is, obviously, as I previously said, the Dorothy Ultra app, which uses the Goal Wars. I will make a video on that in the near future, probably in the next week or so, because that's super long-winded. But now you've got options for yourself. If you want me to go into more detail about other options that you personally do use, please let me know in the comments below, and then obviously I will clearly have a look at them, and then I will do a video on them if you guys want. And also, if you do use other apps that you personally love and adore, and you always use and you always stick to, please leave them in the comments below, so people can also check out what you use as well. And that is done. Again, thank you so much for getting me to 500 subscribers. I can't believe I've got there. Next goal, 1,000. Hopefully we can do it. Now I'm gonna post more regularly and not take a 3-year break. Well done, Frankie. Well done. But if there's any questions you've got, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you want any videos that you want doing and want clarifying, again, leave them in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for listening to me waffle on. Take care. Hope you stay safe, and I love you all. Bye guys.